The man who set Europe on fire. Leopold Berchtold. How an Austrian aristocrat threw a match into a barrel of gunpowder. I'm Soldier Petr, and I'll show you the man who quite literally set Europe ablaze. Leopold Berchtold, an elegant Austrian count who looked like he stepped out of a fashion magazine. In reality, he was the most dangerous pyromaniac of his time. He threw a match into a barrel of gunpowder and then pretended to be surprised that it exploded. Berchtold, a count, millionaire, owner of castles in Hungary, a man who never worked, never cared about money, never lived in the real world. In 1912, he becomes the Austrian Minister of Foreign Affairs. Why? Because he's a gentleman with good connections. No one cares that he doesn't understand politics, or economics or diplomacy. Here's the problem. Austria-Hungary is dying. 12 nations, 11 languages, one crumbling colossus. It would take a genius to hold all of this together. Instead, they get a decadent aristocrat who thinks diplomacy is a parlor game for boring afternoons. Robert Tolda is a personal enemy of Serbia. Why? Because Serbian nationalists want to liberate millions of South Slavs from Austria-Hungary. Berchtold sees it in black and white. Either we destroy Serbia or Serbia destroys us. No nuance, no compromise, no diplomacy. The Balkan Wars of 1912 to 1913 terrify him. Serbia doubles in size, becoming a regional power. Berchtold watches in horror. They will become stronger than us. He makes up his mind. At the first opportunity, we will eliminate Serbia. He doesn't know that by doing so, he is signing the death sentence for 20 million people. June 1914. The assassination in Sarajevo. A tragedy for the whole world. For Berchtold, it's Christmas. He finally has the pretext he has been waiting for 2 years. Serbia is behind the assassination, he shouts without a single piece of evidence. But he has a problem. Austria cannot defeat Serbia on its own if Russia stands behind it. He needs German support. In July, he sends his emissary to Berlin with a dramatic message. Serbia threatens the existence of the monarchy. We need support. He tells the Germans the truth, that he wants to destroy Serbia, not just punish it. In July, Berchtold sends Serbia an ultimatum designed to be unacceptable. He demands that Austrian officials investigate the assassination on Serbian territory. Russian police will be arresting Serbian citizens. Austria will control Serbian schools and media. This is not an ultimatum. It's an attempt at annexation. Berchtold is effectively demanding that Serbia give up its sovereignty. He knows Serbia will not accept it. He knows it means war. But he doesn't care. At last he can destroy his hated enemy. July. Russia declares that it will not allow the destruction of Serbia. Berchtold is in shock. How dare the Russians threaten us? He is furious. He doesn't realize that Russia cannot allow Austrian dominance in the Balkans. The German ambassador warns him, "Count, this will be a world war." Berchtold waves it off. Russia is bluffing. They're weak after the revolution. They won't fight for a few Serbian terrorists. The biggest mistake of his life. Russia was not bluffing. July. Austria declares war on Serbia. Berchtold believes it will be a local action. July. Russia mobilizes. Berchtold panics. This is not what we wanted. August. Germany mobilizes according to the Schlieffen Plan. Berchtold is in shock. Why are they attacking France? August. Britain enters the war. Berchtold is devastated. How is that possible? Do you see the irony? The man who started the whole crisis doesn't understand its consequences. He wanted a small Serbian war, but got a world apocalypse. Berchtold spends the rest of his life acting like a victim of circumstance. We didn't want a world war, he repeats in his memoirs. But the archives show the truth. As early as 1913, he was planning a preventive war against Serbia. Sarajevo was just the pretext he had been waiting for. What is the most despicable? When the war starts going badly, he abandons the opening front and returns to his estates. Millions die because of his decisions. He sips wine in safety. In 1915, he is forced to resign. He spends the rest of his life writing memoirs, trying to prove he was not to blame for anything. Berchtold achieved the exact opposite of what he wanted. Instead of destroying Serbia, he destroyed Austria-Hungary. 1918, the monarchy collapses. Czechs, Slovaks, Poles, and South Slavs gain independence. Berchtold's empire ceases to exist. He dies in 1942 in Vienna as a forgotten old man. The world around him is in flames. Partly thanks to his decision in 1914. He wanted to be a great statesman who saved the monarchy. Instead, he became its gravedigger. History remembers other Austrian ministers, Metternich, Bismarck. Berchtold is remembered only as the man who set Europe on fire out of arrogance and stupidity. Next time, I'll tell you about the man who could have prevented the whole catastrophe, the British Foreign Secretary, Edward Grey, the last diplomat of old Europe, who failed at the moment when the world needed him most. If you like the videos and the whole series, please give a like and subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate it. And if you have any thoughts on the topic, share them in the comments. Soldier Petr,